certain that the defendant is your 15-month-old son, Jason's biological father, and today he's going to put his name on the dotted line right in front of his girlfriend. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, you and your girlfriend say there is no way you are Jason's father, and once the results are revealed, you want the plaintiff to leave you alone. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Caples, why do you believe that Mr. Harris is denying your son?
Your Honor, I am here today because Mr. Harris is going to sign this birth certificate today right in front of his girlfriend. She has a lot to do with why he is denying my child. She is very immature and has a lot of growing up to do.
When were you all even together? What was the nature of this relationship?
To be completely honest, Your Honor, me and Mr. Harris were never in a relationship.
Okay.
We were never in a relationship. Let's clarify that now. We were just
sleeping together.
That's pretty much it.
Were you in another relationship?
No,
I was not, no.
No, I wasn't.
You find out you're pregnant. Obviously, you weren't using protection if there's a question that he's the biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
You tell him, did he immediately deny the baby, or you feel like he's just denying the baby now because of his girlfriend?
You're correct, Your Honor.
Tell me the details.
Me and Mr. Harris started talking. We used to go to high school together.
I didn't go to high school with her.
And we were Facebook friends. Mr. Harris, I made him my man crush Monday. He's a good guy. Hardworking, good father. We messaged back and forth on Facebook for a while. After that, we exchanged numbers. And after that, we started hanging out, getting up, and it just kind of went from there.
So, Mr. Harris, do you remember finding out Ms. Caples was pregnant?
She texted me and told me she was pregnant, but then she disappeared for months.
When she texted you and said, I'm pregnant, what did you think? That it could be yours?
It was a possibility.
Are you now with Ms. Mayfield in a relationship?
Ma'am, that's when I had got with her in a relationship.
She was around 5 months.
She got jealous of what me and...
What is there to be jealous about? I don't care about you guys being together.
Miss Mayfield.
Yes,
so go ahead.
Sit her down.
Well, basically, when we started dating, he told me about the situation and was like, I was talking to some girl. I may have a possible baby with her, whatever. So I, as a woman, I just ended up accepting that. We continued to date and we fell in love, have our own family and kids. And one day we're out with the kids bowling and she wrote him in, that B and this and that. Basically, it was just always her writing every blue moon about me. Now all of a sudden there's another dude in the picture.
So who's this other guy that was in the picture?
After me and Mr. Harris were done and over with.
You were already pregnant at the point you started dating the other man?
Correct. Yes, Your Honor. And I have an exhibit, if I could show you.
Absolutely. Please step over to the podium.
Thank you. Your Honor, as you can see, my son Jason was born January 9th, 2016.
Okay.
Me and Mr. Harris were intimate for 9 months, all the way up until May, the beginning of May.
No.
September, we started talking around September, Mr. Harris. Anyways, like I said, all the way up until the beginning of May. If you go back 9 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it'll bring you to April. And this is the window of conception where my son was born, and this is...
When he was conceived.
Conceived, I'm sorry, and this is within the time frame that I was still intimate with Mr. Harris.
And this is the information that you were given at the doctor?
Yes, Your Honor.
And based upon the timeline of when the baby was born, this is when your estimated window of conception would have been?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Harris, do you agree you were intimate with Ms. Caples in the month of April?
I'm not sure, I'm not sure.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You don't remember the actual month.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be true or not?
It could be true.
So it could be. All right.
Funny guy.
All right. Thank you so much for that presentation. So, Mr. Harris, if you don't remember whether or not you were with her, is it because you were involved with more than one woman? I mean, you don't remember.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were with more than one woman at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why you really can't say for certain who you were with on what date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. Now, Ms. Caples, I have to ask you, were you involved with more than one man?
No, I was not, and he did not tell me that he was dealing with other women while me and him were talking. So I did not know that he was playing the
Men
fifth.
usually don't tell you. They want to keep
She
getting
went through
it.
my
not
phone
see-
and text other women back.
I went through your phone. I didn't text nobody back, but I did go
And
through
then
your
cut
phone.
you off. And then
Yes,
you
I
got
did.
salty.
Cut me
So-
off.
Yeah, that's
Please.
the time y'all stopped talking.
Girl.
I know, boo. I know the whole story. It's
I'm sure
nothing
you do
new.
because you were there, right? And you were there when he was.
He don't even know your real name.
You were.
So how was that?
You were.
laid up with
Everybody
somebody. He
thinks
don't
my
even know
name
your
is
real name.
Muffin. What are you talking
I
about?
didn't
Wait a
even know
minute.
her real name.
Wait. Who didn't know whose real name?
I didn't know her real name.
Mr. Harris, you were sleeping with this woman for all these months and you didn't even know her name?
Not her real name.
Well, I saw something about this in my court papers and I really couldn't believe it. Jerome, can you find Dana Taylor, please, and escort her into the courtroom?
Sure.
Ms. Taylor works for this court and
Come with me.
I want to ask her a question. Mr. Harris just testified to the fact he didn't even know Ms. Capel's name. Is that true?
When we contacted Mr. Harris and told him that Ms. Shatera Caples summoned him for a DNA test, he said, I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I said, Muffin?
That is correct.
I'm pretty sure I told him my name. Would you remember Shantira or would you remember Muffin? Would I go by around town?
If you having sex for that many months with the same person
Wasn't that
without using any protection, you gotta at least know their name. So, Mr. Harris, I wanna understand your doubts because the truth is you stated in this courtroom that there could be a possibility that this child is yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why do you doubt specifically?
Her best friend, she told me that the kid is not mine. On social media, I was getting messages all over people she know, people her friends.
You said she told you the child was not yours.
She told me not too long ago that she did have sex with one guy. And
After the fact.
No,
And
after he
she
confronted
said
her
it was
about
only
the-
one
after
time,
the
but that's
fact.
all it takes.
Why would I
Possibility.
bring it up, Your Honor, if it was after his time? I was already pregnant and I didn't even know I was pregnant.
That's nasty.
Hold on now. Let's let all the little side comments go because Ms. Mayfield, Mr. Harris was out there too. This is where we end up. In this courtroom with a beautiful little baby trying to figure out who the father is.
Right.
Because there was no commitment,
No.
No.
there's no marriage,
No.
there's no nothing. So it's easy to blame Ms. Caples, but you also have to look at your man. Because
I
he
was
participated.
my man at the time.
It doesn't matter. It's your man now.
I was
Happy for you.
actually there
I
in the
hope
beginning,
he is his dad.
like buying Pampers and clothes and
hope he
stuff.
is.
But
Hope he's-
like I said, Miss Caples had a problem. She disappeared for months. No calls, no texts.
Okay, so this is another interesting fact I'd like to hear about. So, Mr. Harris, take me to the point when J.C. Allen was born. Did he get to come to the delivery room?
He didn't have a ride, Your Honor.
Well, I was at work.
He
when
didn't
she
have a
delivered-
ride?
Have a ride.
No,
to the
I was at the
hospital.
work when she delivered the baby. The next morning, I came up there. And
You did?
When I looked at him, he didn't look like me at all.
No, he does
and
not.
I had my doubt. I had been had my doubts, but like I say, everybody around town says that she goes around saying it's another guy's baby.
So when you came up to the hospital to see the baby, did you sign the birth certificate?
No, I did not.
Because you did not want to or you were not even asked to?
Both. I wasn't asked, and I had my doubts, and I had been had my doubts.
So you didn't ask him to sign the birth certificate, Ms. Caples, and why is that if you knew he was the child's biological father?
He wasn't even there for the birth.
I was
I
at
mean, we
work.
did. So what? Were you at work when
was
she
at
went into
work.
labor? Probably,
I
but
was
you were
at
at the
work.
hospital, right?
I'm his girl and
at
I
work.
wasn't
It does
banging
not matter.
nobody
That
else.
might not even
He
be your
knows
baby. And what?
I was at work when she.
Is
when she
that
had
an
the baby.
excuse? If I'm telling you
Not
that
what I
I'm in
mean,
labor,
well, she called my
2 hours
she
before
did call
time,
my cell phone.
and my friend
I
had my
texted back. I
cell
didn't know she
phone,
was
and she was
actually having
texting him
the
the whole
baby.
time like, she's in labor.
So by the time he never showed, you were angry, and so then you didn't
I
say...
I wasn't worried about that. Him signing the birth certificate at that point. You want to act like you ain't the daddy? We can.
But
act
you
like
are
that.
here today saying now he has to sign it in front of his girlfriend
sign it in front of his
today.
girlfriend.
Never from here now. What is that?
But what, my point is this:
what
if
you guys
it
are
didn't,
saying.
hold on, if it didn't make any difference to you then, do you know now that that was an error?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry.
So you've come to the realization that that was you being angry. And now that's why you're here in court today, because you know that your child deserves to have mother and father listed on his birth certificate.
Yes, Your Honor.
So now Jayceon is 15 months old. How many times have you seen him?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
She won't
Because
let.
of
She
her.
won't let me
Yes,
see
she
him.
will
Your
not
Honor,
let
let me
him be
tell you
around.
this, Your
She won't
Honor.
let me
Yes,
see him.
his
I
family
have- I've
members
seen him-
sees him
I've
all
seen
the
him quite a
time.
few times.
His family members sees him all the time, and we'll go over there and go see him. She don't know that, but she.
I've seen him
Oh
quite
no,
a
I
few
don't want to
times,
let
but-
around him. For
Yeah.
what? I
Why
don't.
would I
I
want
never
you
even
around
spoke
him?
two
You're
words
supposed to go
to
in my
her.
hospital room. No, I don't want you around him. I mean,
What
you never
now?
had a conversation.
Yeah,
I never
never
had a
had-
conversation with this.
If
I
I'm
never.
ha-
Today is the
if
first
I'm-
day.
Hold on. hold on. What is this about the hospital room, Ms. Caples?
I'm undergoing surgery, getting ready to have my tubes tied.
That is my
She
job.
works
That is my
at
job.
What's your Honor, as a woman, I would not want to be in a room with a woman that's having my boyfriend's baby.
Okay, so you as a patient,
No,
you have
that's a little too much.
Oh, wait a minute, Ms. Caples. You work at the hospital, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then that was where they told you your station or where you were supposed to be?
Yeah.
You were
We have our
assigned to
surgery
that?
today. We got our stuff to do. Yes, ma'am.
You did not let anyone know because it was your job and you were trying to be professional.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
If you say you were there to get your tubes tied, then what is there to see?
I mean,
She
just
don't know your
throughout
name
the whole
either, so
time.
she probably
pay
didn't know
attention to
who
that.
you
I go to
was,
work
but-
every day
Mike.
in the morning, and we go start our routine like anyone
She was
else
looking
at work.
for me, Your Honor.
And we did that, and I went upon. She never said nothing either. So I would think any patient that had an issue, they'd be like, you know, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want this person in here. Yada yada. She didn't do that. Later on down the road, I found out that I'm messy and I'm in her business. How?
You are
What did I do to be in your business?
Okay, so now I want to know, since 15 months has passed and there's been no real attempt to get a DNA test, have you allowed him to be in Jayceon's life in the
No,
meantime?
ma'am, she
because the baby's a year and a half now.
I did get him the opportunity.
No
But he was always working. So if you're at work, then my baby's at home with her. What's the
not how
point
it
of
would be.
that?
That's when he wrote you though
That's
at
not how it would
nighttime.
be.
That's when he
That's
wrote
not
you
how it
at
would
night.
be.
When
He
he
would
got
write me
off
at
work, he would
nighttime
want to
when
go
my
see
son
him.
is asleep, 10 o'clock at night. What do you want to come over and watch him
But
sleep?
that's when he got off.
I'll
That's the
send you a
time he
picture
got.
of him if you want to see him sleep.
All right.
Do you want to come over
Never
for me?
was like that.
Oh, you're saying
Yes.
he would write you in the evening and say he wants to come over and see
What's
the
the
baby.
boy doing? 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock
she'd
at night?
be right there with me.
He's
Yeah,
asleep.
so it's nothing new.
It's nothing.
Girl, don't
yeah.
even
So
try.
yeah, I have wrote her late.
Please.
I did that. So it was, it was
So
kinda
don't say
hard.
that I was keeping.
So-
That's why you didn't see him, because you
No,
were
it's
a
still
hard
now.
All
man.
this time,
Yes,
a year and a
I am.
half
Yes, I
later?
am.
Hush.
Girl, you had weekends where you would drop him off with his family member all the time, but he could never see him. You would never let him see
He
him.
would
So
go
don't
over
give that
to the
excuse.
house
That's
to see
stupid.
his
He
So
tried
wait
to
a minute,
see him.
Miss Caples, you're letting his family members
I was
see
close
the
with
baby?
his sister. I'm close with his sister.
Yeah, because you
I'm
like to
close-
go out all the time.
I don't
That's the
go
only
out.
reason.
What are you
Because you could
talking
easily
about?
give in to him when he did. He don't
He
have
would
to
be
job
out
somewhere.
too. You
He don't
at
have
home
to
with the kids. What you
Right.
talking
No,
about?
he don't.
He
No,
already-
All right,
You
one
at
at a
home with the
time,
kids.
one at a
He be
time,
out.
ladies. Ooh-wee. What's disappointing is that you all in this back and forth is getting in the way of us finding out the answers and trying to achieve some sort of resolution for Jayceon. Because if what Ms. Caples has asserted is true, and you are his biological father, y'all can't do this.
Exactly. It shouldn't
Not
even
at
be
all.
this way.
I mean, you can't do this in front of this child.
She played innocent. She's not innocent.
What have I
No,
done
we
then?
can't do
Say
this.
what I've done.
You are
I don't
so
even know
have I
how this is
done?
going on.
You
They
are
don't
so
even know
messy
each
and
other.
childish, please.
Girl, you're
I don't want to
childish.
deal with you, period.
All right. Have I heard all your doubts, Mr. Harris?
A lot of people around town telling me it's not mine, and let's say that's her words. Her words.
So people are telling you he's not yours. Then she even says he's not yours.
So to keep pushing me away while I'm trying to be there for the child,
But
yeah.
you don't think
it's
he's
kinda
yours,
like he's
though.
not.
So why would I keep?
That is the
that's
reason
why I don't
for
want to
that.
include you.
That's the
one
reason
minute
for
you
that.
don't
I
think
don't
he's
believe-
yours. the
All
next
right,
minute
that's
you
what
think
we're
he's
here to
yours.
solve today.
Right.
That's exactly why this courtroom exists, because you all going back and forth on some tit for tat nonsense, and he don't think this, so I ain't gonna let him see him, and this is all nonsense. And you know what? I got the results, and that's what's going to help us move onto a better page. Jerome, let me have that envelope. Jerome, yes, please stand there. I don't want any drama. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. When it comes to 15-month-old Jayceon Michael Harris Caples, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Harris, you are not the father.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
didn't sleep with no one else.
There you go. We can.
Ms.
I
Caples,
would like to publicly apologize to Mr. Harris. I honestly thought that it was yours. We messed around. We were intimate a lot, and you know we were.
I never
It was a
denied
very big possibility that it was yours.
I never denied
So
it.
I apologize from the heart, sincerely. I'm sorry about that. I really am.
I accept.